We're at the Centre for Manx Studies here in a beautiful, idyllic place at the nunnery. I can't believe I'd never discovered this place before. But Adrian, this is where you hang out with the...
Sort of hang out.
But you've got all these guys here from Canada this week. Do tell us what's going on.
Yeah, well, I've known Gary for a while, really. He's been a great supporter of the language from afar in Canada, and has a great interest in not just the language, but I suppose the political... The context, political and sort of social context behind the revival of language, really. And so Gary's been over before with a group of students to study about politics, culture and identity, not just in the Isle of Man, but also in Ireland, Scotland. But they're over here particularly to find out more about the cultural backdrop to the revitalisation of the language here.
So, not your first trip, Gary. So you liked it so much you come back for more?
Yeah, I always enjoy coming back to the island. We came in 2011 with a group of 11 students and had a great time, really met some interesting people and saw a lot of the sights on the island. So it was a real pleasure to come back this year with another group of students.
And what exactly will you get out of this?
Well, what we're trying to understand is the impacts of globalization on culture, on heritage, on identity in Celtic Europe. So we've spent some time in Ireland looking at that issue there, and now we're going to spend a week in the Isle of Man meeting with people, talking, interviewing, visiting some of the heritage sites around the island, just getting a sense of what is the Manx nation and what is the Manx identity.
I'm sure Adrian's going to teach you guys a lot more Manx as well.
Well, certainly, yeah, absolutely, great opportunity to learn a bit of Manx, and obviously, the language isn't the only aspect of cultural identity in the Isle of Man, but it's obviously something important to me, and also I think it is something which gives a lot back to the island, both economically, socially, and culturally.
So, dare I ask how many of your guys knew where the Isle of Man was on the map before you ventured here?
I think a couple of them did. Probably some of them knew about Manx cats and maybe the three legs, but they certainly know a lot more now. We spent the day at the Manx Museum yesterday, and we got a tour of Tinwald, so they're very, they know a lot now about the Isle of Man.
And these are beneficial to you to bring students all this way across the planet?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's really part of what we call experiential learning. You get out of the classroom, you get into the field, and you just really experience some of these sort of important cultural assets. So.
What we're going to teach them, of course, is about our weather, because today's beautiful, but I believe tomorrow's going to be horrible. So every day's different here, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They've had good weather so far, so they can't complain too much, can they?
And you, more of these sort of things?
Oh, yeah, one of the things about the revival of the language, I think, is that it has a global... impact, and it is a global issue. A lot of the stuff we do is based on what's happened elsewhere in the world. We take ideas from around the world. We have, academics and students coming to find out about the revitalisation of language from all over the place, really. And we've got a visitor in a few months from Australia who works in Norfolk Island and things like that. So the revitalisation language does have, although it's very much rooted in the Isle of Man, it does have a global impact, I think. And I think people in the Isle of Man probably aren't aware of the fact that outside of the island, what happens here is seen as important, interesting and relevant.
Well, have a lovely trip, and no doubt back again with some more students in the future.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.